After 6, just 5 pins separating the bowlers. Now Paul Berger, is it going to be? It's rocking back and forth.
It's gone.
It is a strike.
That's the ball Paul needed.
Big 8 on the first and an opportunity for 2 marks in a row. The 1 and 2.
Paul has to bring this one in to put an awful lot of pressure on Gary now. First the tables.
And he did. 2 in a row. I'll tell you, the caliber, and Dick, I include you in that. Obviously, you're a 2-time champion, but the caliber of the guys who make their way to this final, I'll tell you, they are great candlepin bowlers.
They're the best in the world, Don.
Yeah, and they come right back.
It's quite a message ball, I was going to say, from Gary on that last ball.
Oh, rarely see him do that. Rarely.
Very rarely.
I bet it won't rattle him, though.
Well, you never know. When you're down to your last 3 boxes and you're behind a mark now, you know, plus a few pins. He come right back, though.
Yeah.
He answered the call.
Down a mark now.
Looks like we're going to go right down to the final 2 in this string.
Paul Berger. And Paul has 3 marks in a row for one thing, but he has put enormous pressure right now on Gary Carrington.
He sure has.
And the final pin going down is the 4 pin. All right, first bonus ball. That gets him 6, and he has diamond to work on.
Well, Paul made this earlier today.
Oh. Not quite. Oh, did he want that one?
Well, he's forced Gary to mark out.
He sure has.
It's been a terrific
135.
Yeah, a terrific second half of the string, too.
It looked like it was going to be all Gary Carrington in the first 4 boxes. And Gary almost put 2 strikes together.
Gary has an awful tough piece of wood sitting there in front of him. At our angle, we can see the pin, but where he is and the way he throws the ball, that wood's in his way.
It sure is. It looks like a roadblock from where he is.
He has to catch it way up high.
It was a roadblock. That's too bad.
Well, appears Gary needs a double in the end now.
He sure does. Down 25 pins. Around needs 25. That's it. Paul Berger advances. If you remember, last year, Jeff Atkins was the 4th seed, and he went on to win it.
Paul made a very good comeback in the last 4 boxes.
And 6 more. Very disappointed Gary Carrington comes up and is somewhat consoled by Jim Putney and Steve Renaud. And Paul Berger receives a handshake from Don Santiago. They will be next up. Don Santiago facing Steve Renaud right after this. Santiago right now to lead off. He qualified with a 425 and was our 4th seed.
I would imagine Don's very nervous. You know, he's been around the game for a while. But, you know, big competition such as this, you know, I don't know how much experience he's really had. You know, so I would imagine he's got a lot of butterflies right now.
Oh, I would think so. This is his first time in this show, in the final, and he had a big day with his 425, but following it, he had some difficulty.
He had some difficulty in the first box, too, with a 7. But remember, we just saw Paul start slowly and finish with a bang.
That's right. Yeah, it's getting rid of them first 5, 6 balls. It gets rid of the butterflies.
He got a break there as the 5-pin went down, leaving a triangle over on the right.
He's got to play that wood fairly high, because if he just hits it on the side, he may not carry the 9-pin.
He got it. That helped. That'll help his nerves, I'm sure. Now Steve Renaud.
He hit it dead high, too. You know,
yes,
you
he hit it right on
high.
top.
He found that soft spot right there.
Yeah. That was where he had to play it.
Here's Steve Renaud. And Steve was in our championship show last year, and there are a lot of folks who think that he's due or overdue.
Yeah, Stevie's a very explosive bowler. He's also a newlywed.
I was just going to say that. July 14th he got married.
Yes.
A million people just went, aw, shucks. You realize that?
He's got a tough shot here.
Yeah, that's about all you could do with that. By the way, Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee, is in his accustomed position right on the lob line. And our alternate referee, assistant referee, I guess we might call him, up and back is Don Riley tonight. He's also a coordinator. And Tim Michelle is our statistician. Steve Renaud.
I bowl with Steve up against the Canadians every year, and he is just unbelievable when he goes up there. Last year he had the highest average for the week.
Very fast, very quick bowler. Not quite. I mentioned Don Riley. Don's mother, Betty, suffered a cardiovascular difficulty recently, but she's doing fine, and as far as we know, is watching the program tonight, and I hope enjoying it too, Betty.
It's a tough one.
Can you throw it too hard? You know, can you be over?
Oh, yeah.
Anxious?
It's very easy to throw it too hard. You know, you just try to get that extra pin to go.
Don Santiago, as you know, working on a spare. This will be the bonus ball.
Just off the head pin.
Yeah, and maybe got more than he thought he was going to get.
Makeable shot. Split the 2 front ones, and maybe he'll carry the 7 pin. 3 to the right should go if he hits the head pin.
Hit it on the wrong side.
Yeah, he hit it outside.
But for
Threw it
the
right in front.
second ball in a row, though, I think he got more out of it than he initially thought with the first one in.
Well, if he wants to throw some pressure on Stevie right now, he should hope to get a big box right here. Maybe get a mark, and that's put a lot of pressure on Stevie.
Steve is sitting behind him, by the way, head down, not watching what happens.
He has a spare leaf. Excellent spare leaf.
Yeah. All right, just 2 pins to work on right now, and it's the 3.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 and 5.
That wood rolled out from in between, so he's got to hit the shot.
Oh. No, that's one you've got to make.
Yeah, you have to hit the front one. I left a big opening for Stevie.
Al Giglio keeping score on the electronic scoreboard, and Keith Williams is keeping score on a board for the folks here at the Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill, where we've got a great crowd on hand, as we usually do for this. Steve Renaud fires, as he usually does, a bullet.
I'd like to say hi to my mom, who I know is home watching right now.
Bet she wishes you were out there bowling.
Sure she does.
At least she knows where her son is, though.
That's right.
Right.
Stevie hit that shot good. I'm surprised it didn't carry.
calls it a 7?
There was the
Yep.
second shot was a lob. We couldn't hear it. No
was a
wonder,
big
because
lob.
as I said, there is a big, big crowd here. Yes, a big, big lob is right.
Stevie's good, though. He's liable to come right back with a mark right here.
You called it.
Stevie knows the pressure's on him right now.
Okay, with a bonus ball still to be thrown by Steve Renaud. And it's because of that, which you're watching on the screen right now. The score right now is Santiago 42 and Renaud 33. Okay.